Welcome back, and it's time to go search for some buried treasure, because searching for buried treasure is pretty sweet. Just got done watching the Badgers game, them beating the crap out of Temple. It's nice to see them play well. Ancient shipwreck. On its side, in the shallows, a shipwreck looked like a beached whale. When Cassandra's team headed inside, they found it filled with dead bodies. Its crew of passengers, the air was heavy with the stench of dead. Cassandra knew the dangers decomposing bodies presented. Let's see, but she decided to search the cargo holds anyways, but she chose to search the belongings of the victims anyways. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go for the cargo hold. The cargo holds were filled with dark, silhouetting rocks. Felicia became agitated, saying it was pitch blend, the nauseating, inducing, vitality draining of the natives called the curse rock. She ran out, shouting for the others to do the same. Hardin shouted after Felicia that she was a superstitious coward. She shouted back that Hardin was an overbold fool. Do I leave the ship, or do I ignore them and search for valuables? Fuck yeah, I want stuff. Searching the dead was slow and taxing. Cassandra managed to find the captain's personal luggage, along with some ancient photographs. Cassandra found a broken watch engraved with the name Franco Morales. It might be worth 100 pesos to a collector. She had resolved to look for more, but suddenly felt faint. After a brief moment of confusion, she fell to the ground unconscious. Cassandra awoke several hours later, nauseated and weak. Unable to travel, the company was forced to camp at the beach for the day. Well, that's the first one. Yeah, I'll go cure myself before I go to the next one. Which means I lost half of what I earned. Limestone or moldy ship. Moldy ship doesn't sound good. The ancient wreck of a Spanish galleon sat in a small cove and looked harmless enough. The name of the bow read Amaya Cavlo. The air smelled of dried seaweed and mold. Cassandra motioned to her companions to follow her inside. Descending into the cargo hold, the team found crates filled with valuables and expensive materials. Much of the treasure had decayed with time. However, a good portion of the silver and gold objects could be salvaged with a significant amount of work. Cassandra decided they needed the money. As the salvage continued, Hardin became wary. He told Cassandra that the longer they stayed there, the better chances someone would arrive, perhaps to lay in wait to attack them once they've retrieved all the treasure. He suggested retreating with what they had now, rather than hope they could get away with everything. Fuck no, I'm staying and getting all that. I'm not scared. The attack came at dawn, and her companions fought valiantly, but the bandits still managed to injure some of the party. Andrew Hardin was hit in the arm. The wound bled prodigiously. Worse still, the shots could be heard for miles. Cassandra cursed at the thought of what the authorities might become alarmed. Despite the injury, however, the team recovered all the loot in the ship. It totaled several thousand pesos at least. Oh shit, I got more money.
Now that Cassandra had the necessary 25,000 pesos, she was ready to conquer La Fortuna's grand tournament.
But there's still one more ship to explore. I'm not done with this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna check my cards first though. Alright, so what do I got here? 10 of Hearts, Golden Bullet. I love Golden Bullet. Alright. And that's the right guy to have it on. Yes. That's definitely good. Terror plus 4 sight. That's not great for her. Actually, I'm gonna move this over to her, and then I'll give her the extra sight. Still not great, but this will help her, the Black Joker. It requires 50 luck. Okay. And okay, so 30 luck, 20 defense, movement 24, movement 19, that's okay. I think I'm going to leave him with his gunshot wound and see what that does to him after I heal from it. 30 plus luck, because I haven't had any of those yet. So let's check this ship. On the sharp rocks of the bay that sat the decomposing wreck of a caravel, almost entirely disintegrated. They could barely make out the name of the ship name on the side of the ship. I can't read right now. Louis the tons of shit. Cassandra doubted it would yield much, but I'm going to search it anyways. As he descended on the wreck, Hardin slipped on a sea urchin and had to be helped, limping onto the shore. A closer inspection of the wreckage yielded an ivory comb of some golden teeth worth 100 pesos or so. Hardin suggested there might be more valuables at the bottom of the bay, but that obtaining them that would mean contending with more dangerous sea fauna. I'm gonna ask Paco to go look for more treasure. Nice, 1,000. Cassandra's companion disappeared beneath the sparkling water. After a number of reconnaissance dives, the swimmer submerged close to a minute before erupting into the surface, holding a small ornate chest. Inside, Cassandra found a collection of ivory pieces. They would be worth at least 1,000 pesos to a collector. It's time to move on. Alright, he didn't get hurt. But man, he's definitely injured. -2 movement and -2 HP. But that might make him a better badass in the end. So I'm going to stay with that. Now I have plenty of money, so I can go to the reception hall and get my stuff. Leave. Ooh, upon leaving, Cassandra had an unnerving but all too familiar feeling, a powerful premonition that made her headache for days on end. I'm going to take the vision. Her skull blazed with pain as the vision took shape. Cassandra saw a stagecoach loaded with expensive luggage against a gorgeous mountain backdrop. Suddenly, a vulture's cry split the air. She looked up and saw several haggard birds circling overhead. As the premonition faded, she looked around for landmarks. She was positive she could pinpoint the location of the vulture's feast. I'm gonna get a room, get my stuff back. Alright, let's check this before I move on. Following Cassandra's directions, the party soon arrived at the location of the stagecoach crash. The putrid smell of decay intoxicated the accident took several days ago. A flock of vultures feasted on the well-heeled passengers. One of the birds looked up from its feet, fixing the company with a rheumy glare before slowly flapping skyward. Hardin began rummaging through the pockets of the dead, whistling casually, as though we were picking daisies. Cassandra, finding nothing of interest, was beginning to regret coming when she spied a thin leather suitcase sitting in the dust. Opening the case, she discovered a document written in dark blue ink. On the paper, adorned with several stamps and seals, it appeared to be the deed to a silver mine somewhere in the Rockies. Cassandra pocketed it with her companions rummaged through the rest of the spoils. Sweet. So, I'm just going to see what I have here with all this stuff. Another one of these rifles. I already have one. Dried meat. Increases maximum HP. Bottle of liquor. Do I need that rifle on anybody? No, I could just get rid of it. But good to know. Of course, that mine didn't pop up, did it? I have more than enough money. I don't think there's any reason to go to the den, but before I move on... $2,000. Ooh, or I could do the deed. I really just don't need that money, though, and I don't think anything cool is going to come of this. Alright, so I'm moving on to the reception hall. Cassandra and her companions arrived at the building where the poker soiree was to be held. The imposing building was made entirely of cast iron and glass, a feat unparalleled in Mexico. They had some time to kill before the game started. Cassandra wandered through the floor and sized up the other players while she waited for the tournament to begin, or attend other business. No, I'll size them up. The room was filled with players from all corners of the land, tense with anticipation of the conflict to come. Finally, the cashier booth opened and players began to fork over the cash necessary to register. There was still time for Cassandra to mingle with the guests. I'll check out the guests. The soiree was filled with was first and foremost a social pageant, where the rich and the famous could show off their opulence of their peers and rub their success in the faces of their competitors. Though everyone appeared friendly on the surface, the competitive tension in the hall was palpable. I want to eavesdrop. Yeah. A corpulent, sweaty man in the tall hat was arguing with his wife. She said he would again lose their fortune, all while he assured her that he had been working on his gambling skills. This seemed to enrage her further, as she launched into a tally of various tells, which he denied all. It seemed Cassandra now knew what to look for. Sweet. I'll check out the middle-aged gentleman. That drink seems bad. She returned the man's gaze and smiled back. A few minutes later, the man approached her, presenting himself as Jim Vaughn. He commended her on her competitive attitude, alluding to her underhanded activities in the reception room. Seeing her frown, he laughed and assured her he would not expose her. He said Cassandra reminded him of his younger self. He was looking forward to testing his skills against her in the upcoming game. Cassandra returned to the evening to take note. Alright, I'll check out this drink. Cassandra thought back to the bottle of laxative she had obtained earlier. While crude and unfair, it would certainly eliminate a player from the game before the event started. Yeah, I'm pouring that into his drink. The gentleman returned to his drink, downing it in a single swallow. His smile lasted a while, but ultimately faded into a terrified grimace. He excused himself and rushed away at a sprint. Alright, now it's time to join. Cassandra had just submitted her 25,000 pesos when a slender Hispanic man in impeccable tailcoat and a top hat approached her with a grin. Cassandra guessed this must be Ricardo La Fortuna. As if reading her mind, he bowed and placed a gallant kiss on her glove hand. La Fortuna presented himself and asked for Cassandra's name. She treated him to her Russian allies, Lydia Morozov. La Fortuna bowed lower and still wished Lydia good luck in the upcoming game. She curtsied before proceeding to the gambling table. The first round of the game had 20 contestants divided among 4 tables. Among them was Jim Vaughn. Cassandra realized her table only had 4 players. One must have been missing. She also noticed that she'd been placed with the corpulent man who she saw arguing with his wife earlier. She was seated and the rules were explained. The 2 winners from each table would meet for a second round, which would determine the grand champion of the gala and the owner of a rare piece of jewelry being staked by Mr. La Fortuna himself. The chips were distributed and the cards were dealt and the game started. Initially, the game was casual and easy. Cassandra singled out 2 candidates for elimination and deftly defeated them, using her acute gambling skills. Only one man was left at her table. She knew his tells, having overheard his argument with his wife. She read him like an open book. Soon he was dispatched as well. The courtier congratulated Cassandra, telling her he'd transfer her chips to the main table for the final round. There was an hour break between rounds 1 and 2. The tournament was in full swing. The losing tears were dried by cheerful senoritas and galleons of alcohol, while the winners gloated, prayed, and luxuriated in the lobby. Cassandra looked around, sizing up her competition. One of the finalists discreetly retreated to his room. Intrigued, Cassandra followed him. As they left the party atmosphere in the crowd, the gambler accelerated his pace, crossing the steel and glass corridors of the palace with an unusual haste. Then, when he entered the hotel wing, he disappeared. Cassandra looked hopelessly around in the halls of the hotel. There were 2 rows of identical doors, one on each wall of the hall. One, she noticed, had a light sifting from underneath it. She approached it. She saw that it had been left slightly ajar. She peered through the opening, and to her surprise, saw the man injecting himself with something from a syringe. Morphine. The gambler lay on the bed, oblivious to everything around him. He was in the full rapture of the morphine shot. Oh, hell yeah, I'd give him another shot. I'm gonna OD this guy. Cassandra hesitating, wondering if her lack of experience administering the drugs might spell this man's demise. I've come this far, she thought, emptying the syringe. He certainly didn't protest. Rather, he closed his eyes and fell asleep with a blissful smile on his lips. Cassandra left a gentle kiss on his sweaty forehead and left the room. Cassandra returned to enjoy the evening, all while looking around carefully, proceeding to the table. The players sat down to the final round of La Fortuna's poker tournament. Along with Cassandra, 3 other men were still in the competition. One defaulted when he failed to arrive at the designated hour. Cassandra recognized Jim Vaughn from their conversation earlier in the lobby. The last man remained a mystery. The names were exchanged, the cards were dealt, the game began. The stakes in the final game were much higher, and so was the skill of the participants. But as the game progressed, Cassandra's chip supply diminished until she was on the brink of bankruptcy. She needed a decisive move to improve her situation. She could target Dr. Fabian Fay, whose stack was the smallest, or Jim Vaughn, who had been doing extremely well thus far. At this point, his skill seemed unmatched. I'm going for the big dog, Jim Vaughn. Vaughn was a true master of the gambling table. Smart, funny, courteous. He was impenetrable to conventional scrutiny. If Cassandra wanted to defeat him, she would need to use her unique ability. Letting her instincts guide her, Letting her instincts guide her cards and chips, Cassandra managed to outplay Jim Vaughn. He looked at her with admiration, then laughed out loud and thanked her for the amazing game. To win the tournament, Cassandra still needed to defeat one opponent. She decided to attack Dr. Fay. Dr. Fabian Fay never fully held his cards. He lifted them slightly off the table and peeked at them. Every so often he would pick his fine mustache, but Cassandra quickly determined this was not a tell. He kept his composure admirably throughout the evening. It was clear this was not his first game. Cassandra did her best to outplay the doctor, but he was a worthy opponent. Cassandra had apparently lost her lucky streak. She could do nothing but fold. Her adversary complimented her play and thanked her for the worthy entertainment. He expressed a hope that they could meet later in the lobby for a chat. The tournament had finished, though Cassandra did not win. Ricardo La Fortuna congratulated on an excellent game. The two chatted for a while, though La Fortuna had other business to attend. He invited Cassandra to visit him in his residence whenever she liked. Cassandra promised she would come, then departed into the crowd. As Cassandra made to leave, Jim Vaughn approached her and offered to buy her a glass of port. Yeah, I'm going to drink with him. Vaughn was visibly delighted. He ordered the drinks and told Cassandra about his younger years. With refreshing bluntness, Vaughn had run away from home at a young age. He had wandered the West, finding no shortage of trouble, becoming an infamous gambler and duelist. One fateful day, however, he played against a powerful man, taking a fortune from him. The man was furious, telling Vaughn to leave the country and renounce gambling, on the pain of death. That's when Vaughn headed to Mexico. He had been miserable ever since. But when he heard about the tournament, he decided he didn't care anymore. It was worth the risk to play again. What else is life for? Cassandra asked what all that had to do with her. He looked at her wistfully. He told her that he saw his younger self in Cassandra. She had inspired him to take his guns off the hook and go looking for trouble again. If there's one person he would love to ride with, it was her. Wishing to keep the numbers low, Cassandra asked Paco to stay behind and accept Jim as replacement. Felicia? I'll replace Felicia. I haven't used her yet, but he seems cooler. Which means I'm going to have to deck him out here before I move forward. I think there's only one new place available. But that Felicia didn't look like she had the best stats. Ooh, aim 55, movement 14, sight 35. Hell yeah. Nice. Mammoth rifle. Scoped aim minus 15. Let's see. The Borgen rifle. Man, what do I want to do with him? A bunch of ways to play this. See, he's a better sniper. I already have a better rifle than that. I like that pistol. Maybe I'm just going to make him a pistolier. Repeater rifle. 5 and 9. 4 and 16, but I have this. Yeah, that's gonna make him stay back. That's fine because I lost HP and movement. So I have my one powerful shot, my other normal shot. Healing elixir. Aim and sight. Shit, he's got bad movement though. So she already has good movement. I'm gonna give her aim and sight. I'm gonna give him these. That's the nice thing. Damage versus half cover is 6, damage versus full cover. Damn. Is that does better straight out damage, but the other one does better damage versus cover. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Alright, so that's there. Go to the cards. 10 of diamonds, equalization. I'll just take the aim with that. I'll give him that Shadow Slave plus Terror plus this. I think that's all my cards. 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind. 2 of a kind, that gives him the movement he needs. Okay, that should be good. One more time. Alright, now I got my party set. Is there anywhere? Hacienda Rosette. I'm gonna go back to the Fate Trader. That is reignited with something new, maybe? Adjudicator, Repeater Rifle, Doomsday Watch, another one. I would rather give him the snake leather boots. Although I don't love that weird monocle. Actually, I'm going to put that up. And I thought I had some guns I didn't really need. I'm just going to do one there. And that's an equal trade. Now, of course, back to here. Give him the snake oil boots. That makes him kind of squishy, though. That's alright. I think he'll be okay, because I've got Terror, Shadow Slave, yeah. Okay. Do I go to the residence or there first? Residence. Nope. That's the mandatory. I never go to the mandatory first. I like to explore. The Rossetti Hacienda was a lush residence with beautiful gardens surrounding it. The highlight of the Hacienda was an amazing collection of firearms. Mr. Rossetti said he was willing to part with some of his specimens for the right price. Some extra cash would help him acquire even more interesting objects. Yeah, I'm interested in buying some. Ooh, heavy pepper box. I like that gun. And the Defender 18 shooter. So what's the big deal about this? Why is that expensive? When you pack this, any fool who draws on you dooms their own mortal fate. 2 shots per turn, which is pretty sweet. Damage 5, heat 1, but ammo 1. What? I'll go with the pepper box and the 12 gauge Defender. Got more than enough cash. Alright, so now I gotta go back in my inventory once again. Because his shotgun, aim -5, is not as good as this. Which is way better. I wish they had a compare, but yeah, four ammo versus 2 is a lot better. Damage versus cover and half cover, 2 and 2 is the same, and I lose the aim -5. Yeah, that's insanely better. And the Judicator versus the Heavy Judicator. She's already got shitty aim, so that might be bad at hitting for her regular gun. But he has got spectacular aim. 6 and 16, 3 and 3. Yeah, I'm giving him the pepper box because he should be able to hit with it. And giving her this. And that should do me well. Okay. God, his movement sucks. Should I switch that Doomsday Watch with him? Yeah, because then his pepper box will annihilate people. And that, still got 20 movement, but it gives him the extra health. Alright, I'm good. Now, this should lead to a fight. It's been a while since I had a fight. Cassandra strolled over to Mr. La Fortuna's home. In contrast with the reception hall, the hacienda was quite modest. Cassandra and her companions were greeted politely by Mr. La Fortuna, who offered refreshments as a small present as a token of her appreciation. He and Cassandra had an amicable chat discussing politics, art, and fashion, as well as Mr. La Fortuna's various undertakings. Cassandra was curious about his competition with a protector. La Fortuna's expression became cautious as he explained that his relationship with the protector had deteriorated over the past few months. He had finally resolved to help the Mexican Navy chase this undesirable man from their country. Cassandra suggested she could help if Mr. La Fortuna was interested. He asked what she had in mind. Cassandra said she had a talent for eliminating inconvenient characters from the earth. Lying brazenly, she revealed that she was a successful contract assassin with many hits on her resume. If Mr. La Fortuna was taken aback by this news, he did not show it. He merely smiled and responded that Cassandra's help wouldn't be required. He had a train loaded with mercenaries that was headed towards the coast at the very moment. They would seize the island within hours. Cassandra nodded and wished him a swift victory.
La Fortuna's mercenary force had to be prevented from reaching the bay. Arden suggested they blow up the train. Cassandra concurred. They just needed to procure the explosives.
Obtain TNT. The coal mine operated day and night with constant excavation. The dynamite was in frequent use and ample supply. Hardin suggested he steal some. Cassandra felt she might be able to persuade the miners to give her some. I've got tons of money. I could probably talk the foreman into it. I'll try to talk him into it for now. Cassandra approached the foreman and pretended to be an inspection officer sent by the mining company. She would need to inspect a sample of their dynamite. The foreman was suspicious and demanded proof. Oh yeah, that requisition form. The foreman pored over the document suspiciously. Finally, he nodded with his head and handed over the specified amount of explosives. Cassandra was triumphant. Train yard. Time to blow up a train. There hasn't been enough trains in this game. Cassandra and her companions arrived at the ambush site. Plant the dynamite and wait for the train. The charge would be just enough to derail the train without causing further damage. There was still some time left. Planting more dynamite would cause more damage. It might destroy any valuables carried on the train. Fortifying the area would give them the advantage, but would cut off some escape routes. No, I want the valuables. I'm going to fortify the area. The train yard had been fortified. It gave the party better positions and more cover. Whoa. Alright, so dried healing herbs, healing elixir, healing. I have one healing with him. His movement's already sucks, so I wouldn't use that. I'll get the herbs. I never really use that stuff. Healing over time, I'll give that to him in case this is a tough fight. And he is good. Check my cards one more time to be careful. And close. Alright, let's fight. It's been too long since I had a battle here. This might be a long episode.
Survivors crawled from the ruins of the train wreck. The team readied their weapons with
Nice.
killing intent.
Alright, I got some elevation. This is good. 8-4 question mark. Definitely want to go after him. Full cover. Alright, so where is she? How does he have full cover? It's right there. That shouldn't be full cover. %. How the fuck has he got full cover? Alright, so who's in? Nope. Where the hell is my guy? Okay, let's try this. Really? This guy's got nothing. Alright, I'll try this. Damage 5. Damage 7. Yeah, that'll work. Is that a wall? Can I shoot over that if I go there? Doesn't look like it. Don't know where I want to go with this guy. Definitely want to bring him down. Maybe on this side. I'll start here. Really? Guess I'll try my luck with him. Nope. Alright, now Jim Vaughn. really just want to take out that 9 damage guy, but I might have to wait till next turn. Okay. Wow, 8. 8. Alright, this is a more serious battle. There's some health. Wow, they're just going right in the open. Holy shit, there's a lot of guys. Good thing I loaded up in healing. I'm gonna need some of this fight. This is good shit. And another one. Hell yeah. What was all that? So what's kind of scary is he could be a sitting duck. Is there a door here? Oh, no wonder it's her. Unholy power, artery shot, transfusion. No, she's in a pretty good spot. That guy just seemed like he was more dangerous. Alright, I'm just gonna take this guy out. Hmm. Seven damage. Yeah, hopefully I can kill him. Alright, so who am I here? This would be pretty good cover. Ooh, he's got 8 health. This might have been a mistake. Damage 7. Damage 6. Alright, so hopefully I can hit him somewhere else. I should be able to. Yeah, I'll head down with him. Kind of losing too much elevation that I don't like, but there we go. Okay, so she's still good up there. Alright, who can I hit? 59. How is that only 55% chance? He's just standing there. Is her aim that bad? Alright. Should have got the closer guy, but whatever. He's got 8. Yeah, this is good cover. 59%. That will do. And he should be able to finish the job. Of course, that's not good. 64%, 69%. Save that powerful shot. This should be good. Leave no witnesses. Really? He shot me through the wall? I thought I had full cover. Okay. I guess I'll take that 65. No, I'm gonna move closer. I haven't moved with her all game. This should do that. That's also good cover. Still only 65%. Fuck. Oh well, I'm doing good. Once again, I hate how the menu blocks the ricochets. 7 damage. Or can this guy go? Yep. Just take him out. So fucking cool. I don't really tire of that. 6 damage, 55%. Alright. I'll move him to a better spot. And that should give him enough to finish him off. Really 58%. I think Fanning takes 2. Is he the last guy? How did I... Oh, I guess he's over there.
Cassandra looked relieved
Nice.
when the last mercenary was finally dispatched.
Alright. I'm liking my loadouts with these guys. They did well, even against heavy damage people. $400. More cards. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to check this and then I'll call that an episode. Stun bomb, sawed off, pepper box, eagle elixir. Alright, check out my new cards. Nice, that'll help him. Dodge. Dodge is definitely good, especially since he's kind of squishy. I'll dig that. And then, oh shit. He's gonna get 2 pair, or a full house with this. Barrage. Shoot all enemies in sight and sequence. Oh, fuck yeah. That will definitely make him way better. He just went from not many cards to a lot. +4 movement, +30 max luck. I'll definitely take that. Wow, he's got a lot of heat. He's got full heat. Okay. I'm liking my new characters, so that's this episode. thanks for watching, guys, and guys and girls. I will see you guys later. Bye.